Hello everyone, namaste. Close your eyes for some time, sit. Slowly open your eyes and pray gratitude to everyone and everything around you. Namaste to you all. So today we are here in Rishikesh and it's our first Satsang from Rishikesh. Its city is changed a lot. It is not like before I know this city. It became very crowded. But still, somewhere the essence of the old Rishikesh is still there. The Ganga-ji is amazing, and if you have peace inside, you have peace everywhere. And no matter where you live, no matter where you are. So let's take the questions for today. Somebody has asked, I am meditating from long time and it's almost now 5 years, but I still feel uneasy all the time. Some kind of anxiety is there. I feel like something is wrong. See dear, meditation, what you know, is a totally different thing. Meditation, what I know, or what is meditation, is a totally different thing. I explained before also many times, when you are imitating something, it is not meditation. Like you have heard or you have seen in the pictures or in the videos or in the books that yogi is sitting cross-legged, close his eyes, spine is straight, chin is little up, and he is like in meditation. So what you do is, without understanding, you imitate his position as he is sitting. So you sit, do same, and you start to feel like this is imitation. And lot of people have spread a lot of wrong knowledge that you have to meditate here in your Agya Chakra, or like above your two eyes, there is the third eyes where you have to meditate. But this is an imitation, it is not a meditation. If you do not have a spiritual master, and if you go directly to the passive meditations, you will be lost. You will have lot of illusions in your life, and maybe you can spend all your life in some illusions without coming to some conclusion. The beautiful thing about is, I will say that don't run behind the passive meditations. Passive meditations will spoil your life. Why? The person has not written his age, but if your age is below 55 or 60 and you go for passive meditation, then you will start to lose the interest in the material world. And when you lose the interest in the material world, it will be very difficult for you to be happy here, to be joyful here. Because without living a joyful life, you cannot enter into meditation, a real meditation. So that's why I say first start with active meditations or active way of joy. Like you do swimming, so make swimming as your meditation. You love running, so make running as your meditation. You love painting, so make painting as your meditation. Whatever you love, make that as your meditation, because then only it is possible to understand, and then only possible to go deeper into it. Meditation is not something which you can learn and you can do. It is a process happening by itself. Yes, come. So it is a process which is happening by itself. You are just providing yourself, you are just available. Once you are available, it can happen through you. Like you are dancing, and in between of dancing you are just lost for some moment, you miss some time, you forget about the time, place and where you are. So this whole process which you was not there in the connection with the external world, when you was absolutely inside you, this process is a part of meditation. Meditation is not something when you prepare that 8 o'clock I will cross leg and I will make my spine straight and I will sit, I will meditate, and this is I meditated for 15 minutes and you put the alarms and then alarm ring and you come out from the meditation. This is not meditation, it is imitation, and it has also its effect, but it is for calming of brain and putting your concentration more stronger. That's all. It is not spiritual activity. It has nothing to do with your spirituality. So it's very required for you to understand meditation and imitation are two different things. Which you understand as a meditation in today's world is imitation. It is not meditation. Meditation will happen. You cannot do it. If you are doing it, it means like you're already Buddha. You don't have to go for anything. It's like if you can do something by meditation, it means you're already in the state of Buddha. Then why are you asking a question? It is not required to even ask a question if you are a Buddha. Krishna will not go and ask somebody that, oh, okay, I am meditating, it is correct or not. Or Buddha will not go and ask somebody. So if you feel that you are really meditating, then there is no demand, no reason for asking. But if you feel that something is not happening, so I will say you don't go behind the passive meditation, otherwise your life will become boring and you will be useless for this world. Maybe you can be a little useful for this world, but you will be useless for yourself. And your life will be totally like a monk, you will lose the interest in the family, in the relationships, in the man and a woman, in the material world, and slowly you will start to live a monk's life. Yet you have nothing, but you are still living. So in that case, I will say go for active meditations. Active meditations can be anything, any action you do from morning to evening and you like to do that, that is active meditation. You can go also for guided meditation, when somebody is guiding you and taking you in the relaxation of the body, or like making you feel the nerves of the muscles. That is also good. But passive meditations before 60 is very dangerous. After 50 also it's okay, you can do it. But before 50, it's like a poison, slow cyanide. It will kill your material life. Absolutely. See the people who are meditating from 10 years, 15 years, those who are calling themselves that they are meditating, they are absolutely living boring life. Like you see, there is no joy in their life. They are not having passion to the life. So that's why I will say that not go for the passive meditations. Until 50, stick to the active meditations, or make your actions, your sports, your passion as your meditation. It will be better. So the next question somebody asked for today, that I am eating a good diet and I am practicing regularly yoga and doing some sports. I am a gymnastic player, but still I feel that my body is not healthy. That is a normal modern time thing. It is happening with everybody. I always say that alone a healthy diet cannot give you health. Alone the practices cannot make you healthy. Because when you are eating healthy diet, you are eating this diet without appetite. You are not really feeling hungry for this diet. Until you are not feeling hungry for some diet, you will not enjoy it and you will not like it. So, like if you take an apple, hold it in hand and feel for some minute that you really wants to eat it, or you just wants to eat it because your doctor says that 1 apple a day keeps a doctor away. So if the food is coming from philosophy, this will never be healthy for the body. If food is coming really by appetite, like you take an apple and your body wants, yes, I want it. So when you will eat this apple, your body will absorb this apple. But when you will eat this apple by philosophy, because somebody said something, maybe you don't know it's true or not. Because sometimes apple increase a lot of vata, and it's the reason of, like green apples. If you eat in this country green apples, you will start to have joint pain. So every food is not healthy everywhere. So without even having this understanding, without even respecting your body, you are if going for some kind of diet, definitely you will be sick. Definitely you will be sick. That's why you see the modern time also, people who are regularly practicing yoga or some kind of sports or some kind of gymnastic or any kind of thing, eating a very good diet, raw diet or vegan diet or absolutely anti-dairy diets, or having a very organic foods from everywhere, still they are sick. Still they have a lot of sickness, stiffness in the body. Why? Because mind is not happy. They are training their mind to be happy, but mind is not happy. That's why I say 3 days to 5 days at least in a month you should have dirty pleasures. At least you should eat what you really was eating in your childhood. Maybe you will not like, then don't eat it. But at least you should go for this kind of food. Like, okay, 1 day in a month I go for pasta. Okay, 1 day in a month I go for pizza. Maybe you will not like it. Don't continue it, but go for it at least. Give a variety, give a change. Like when I was in Moscow and giving a lecture, and like somebody asked me like, Mitra, what are you? Like, are you vegetarian, raw vegan, or I said, I am a conscious eater. You have to be a conscious eater, like what your body is needing. Like I give you one example. Most of the people now who are becoming a vegan or raw vegan, they are quitting the dairy. Quitting the dairy is not a solution, because vegetarian people do not have enough protein in the diet. And if you are not taking enough protein in the diet, you will start to go more fast old. The skin will lose its, how to say that,
collagen.
Yeah. So then your skin will start to shrink, and then you will start to get worried, because nobody likes wrinkle, either it's a man or a woman. Until they accept from inside that wrinkles is beautiful, they don't like it. And then they start to not like themselves. They are not happy how they look. And can you imagine a joyfulness in your life if you don't like how you look? It's not possible. So if you are running behind some kind of diet or some kind of healthy routine without proper understanding and without proper tuning of your body with it, it will be harmful. Like most of the people, they come to the India and they think like, oh, India is such a good country. But whenever they go to a restaurant, everything is super spicy. Every single thing is super spicy. Even if they say, if you say them no chili, it is already so much chili that you cannot eat it. Why, you know? Because in this country, if you don't eat chili, you will have very fast spine problems, joint problems, and migraine. Because in this country, the chili has a nature to release the air from the body. No matter how much you eat, but some amount of this is required to eat it. Another thing is, in this country, you will find like 70 to 90% of the men, they are capable of having sexual life until the age of 80 to 90. Nowhere else in the world is this ratio. This is also because of the chili, because chili is circulating, keeping the blood circulation high. So everything is different, everything is available, but what you need, what you want to choose, this you have to understand. All knowledge is provided here. Like people come to India, they come to yoga teacher training, tantra teacher training, meditation teacher training. So now even they have like massage teacher trainings and lot of things. But what knowledge you really have to take? Don't follow anything word by words, otherwise you will lose yourself. If you will take some master also, I always say to my student, those who comes to me, that my job is not to make you follower of me. My job is to just make you think. Once you started to think, my job is finished. I'm no more responsible. Then I want you to draw on your own truth and find your own truth. Once you have found your own truth, then you will not be shaken by anybody in the life. Then you will not be like feeling bad or sad because of something. I travel all around the world and I found like which has to be the joy of life became the one of the biggest problem of life, spirituality. You know, can you imagine the people are getting depression from spirituality, depression from spirituality, depression from yoga, depression from tantra, depression from meditation, depression they are getting from these kinds of life. Why? Because they approached not by their own desire, not by their own will. They approached because my friend is, oh, she is going and practicing yoga. She has a very nice body, so I will also go and practice yoga. I tell you, what yoga you practice, it's not a yoga at all. Okay? This is not a yoga at all. True yoga does not allow to practice more than 4 postures in a day. More than 4 postures. Does not even allow, you know. And if you are practicing some kind of series or something like this, you are pushing your cardiac pulse more than your capacity. And even the scientists now agree with me that if you practice more than 5 hours in a week, you make your body sick. You not make your body healthy. More than 5 hours. You will get sick. Maybe for some period of time you will start to feel healthy. I know the people who was running 10 kilometers per day. I know the people who was running 5 kilometers per day. I know the people who was practicing 8 hours per yoga. I myself have done this before, so I know that how the circumstances and how the conditions comes. But this does not make a body healthy. You are not here for winning a gold medal in the world. If it is your goal, I have nothing to do with that. But you are here to live a joyful experience. And joyful experience can come only by understanding and accepting your body as she is demanding. If you not wake up early morning, like most of the people say, wake up 5 o'clock, wake up 4 o'clock. Why you need to wake up 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock? Maybe it's not requirement of your body. If you have a kapha body and you wake up like 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, it's good. But if you have a vata body and you wake up 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock, you will get sick. Every day you will get more sick. Every day your body will get more old. Because this is the time where vata will get balanced with the help of the kapha. So it's also required to understand what is our body, how we are feeling, how we can really regulate it and make it better. That's why I say like people below 50, I don't teach yoga anybody. Because I understand below 50, if I will teach them yoga, they will be spoiled for all life. They cannot be healed, they cannot be made normal. Because they will get a wrong understandings. Why? Because yoga is a very deep process. It's working on nadis. It is not working only the postures and muscles. Like normally people think, okay, if I have a spine ache, I start to practice yoga. Okay, do it as a therapy. But when your spine becomes normal, stop it. don't continue it. If you continue it, then this asana which you are doing will today or tomorrow will activate. And once it activates the nadi which is concerned to it, like I give you one example, Kurmasana. Kurmasana is tortoise pose. You know, you all are in the Rishikesh, so you might be knowing this is like when you put your hands under the legs and put your head on the feet. So this is asana, it's called Kurmasana. And same way, there is a nadi in the body, it is called Kurma nadi. Okay, every 84 asanas are there. There are 84 nadis which is connected with every asana. So when you go in this asana, this posture activates this nadi. And this nadi is connected to the Kurma consciousness. And this consciousness has a knot over there. And it gets open. And when this knot gets open, something gets released from this inside. Or I say, if you see from the material world, something gets broken. It is a release, but if you are not properly into the understanding, you will feel that something got broken. Some knot with the material world got broken. Like you have 10 ropes connected with the sword, with your boat, and suddenly one rope got broken. So like this the asana works. You want it or you don't want it, I'm sorry, it's not your choice. If you are doing it, it will happen, because the yoga is the only practical way which gives 100% result. You want it by brain, you don't want it by brain, it doesn't matter. You want it by mind, you doesn't want it by mind, it doesn't matter. If you are doing the postures correctly, if you are breathing in the posture correctly, if you are moving in the asana correctly, you know, like there is a 3 poses of every asana. Once you go like pre-asana, you go and prepare your body towards the asana. Second, you go and sit in the asana. And third, you move in this asana. This is like 3 postures of this. When you move in the asana, it's like turtle pose is not complete if you cannot move like turtle. So first is you prepare your body to go to tortoise pose, to Kurmasana. Second is you stay in the Kurmasana. And third, you move in the Kurmasana. When you start to move, then it starts to activate more faster. And that is the purpose. That's how the Bhujangasana is there, that is the Bhunamanasana is there, Vajrasana is there. Like this is all asanas are there. But if you are doing it in any stage, some effect will come to you. Suppose you are doing just only pre-pose of the asana. So you are doing the pre-pose of the asana, then some effect will come. And this effect, because it's not completed properly, because the enough time and attention is not given to it, it will disturb your consciousness. It will put you in such a condition where you will be lost. You don't understand, I am doing everything correctly, why I am not happy? Why I am not joyful? Why I am not enjoying my life? Maybe you would be teaching thousands, that doesn't matter, it doesn't change any reality. You will not understand, somewhere inside will not be happiness. Somewhere inside will not be a passion for life. Somewhere inside you will be lost. And this is where the problem is. That's why I always say that I'm the only one man who is anti-yoga, who call yoga as a social terrorism in the world. Why? Because I really understand that how much it is disturbing the young people's life. How much it is really breaking them for not to understand the spiritual world correctly. Understand spirituality is what? There is only one condition of spirituality, that you take all the responsibilities on yourself. You say, from today or before today, everything what good or bad happened with me, I take its all responsibilities on myself. I stop to blame anybody else. You stop to blame anybody else outside. But you will see yogis, you will see tantrics, you will see meditator practitioners. They're always blaming somebody for what happened with them. And when you are doing this, it means like you are not in the part of spiritual world. Spiritual world is a very clear world. It says like you are the core of the universe. Your universe is turning around you because you are like this. Normally, when I was traveling in India, and in Indian mind they have like a kind of understanding that all babas are fake and all babas are like smoking charas or ganja or like they are. So they used to talk like this. So I used to say them, like your babas who live in the material world, your ministers, your teachers, your doctors, your mentors, they all will be like you. If society is corrupt, everybody who is living in the society will be corrupt. If society is non-corrupt, everybody who is living in the society somehow will be not corrupt. So as the society is, same kind of the people the society have in the form of different teachers, mentors, babas, or like gurus, or like doctors, everything. You see, in India, the doctors are most corrupt. But it's not the only doctors are corrupt. When you see the doctor, doctors are corrupt. Then you go to policemen, they are also corrupt. Then you go to the other people, they are also. Why? Because the society is corrupt. When I go to the bank and I know somebody in the bank, then I don't like to stay in the queue. I just go directly to him, make my work done, and I say, wow, everything is so beautiful, everything is wonderful in this country. When I go another bank and I don't know somebody in this bank, and have to stand on the queue, and somebody else comes and he knows somebody in this bank, get his work done and went out. So I says, everything is corrupt in this country, like there is no sense of living here. So when we do the corruption, we think it's a right. But when somebody else is doing corruption, we think it's a problem. This is all the mental games we are playing all the time with us. In spirituality also we come with the same games. We start to play the same games over here. You, in the corporate sector, when you were sitting, you were selling the real estate flats, or like finding a client for that. When you come to the spiritual world, you start to sell yoga TTC or something else connected like this. You started to sell something more, okay, tantra teacher trainings or something else. You are doing the same job. You have created the corporate into the spiritual world. I call it spiritual corporate world. We are not coming to the spiritual world, we are coming from corporate world to a spiritual corporate world. Nothing has changed. You are still sitting on a computer, only the thing has changed. Now you are not selling the stocks, now you are selling the teacher training courses or some kind of another courses. But you are doing the same thing which you was doing in the office, and you think you become spiritual. No, things are totally different. Spirituality is something very different. I am not saying that this is bad. I am just saying you can do this, but don't think that this is spirituality. I am not against practicing yoga, but I am saying that don't think that you are doing some spiritual practice. Where the problem comes is when you do something else and feel that you are doing something else, you get into illusion. When you are teaching yoga, okay, or practicing yoga, if you feel it is a spiritual path, then where is yama and niyama? If you are thinking that it is a spiritual path, then spiritual path cannot go without yama and niyama. First yama should come, then niyama should come. You should follow. Without this, if you go to yoga, you go depression. I said in our country's culture, ancient culture, we had Ashtanga yoga. So you go with yama, niyama. And in Western culture, we have Triyanga yoga. You know what is Triyanga yoga? Ashtanga yoga, you all know. Triyanga yoga is asana, pranayama, depression. It is Triyanga yoga. So in West, it is always like this. Anybody in the West you see who is practicing yoga for more than 10 years is already in depression. You see the face and you know that you don't have to ask. You just see the face and you know that this person is practicing yoga from 10 years. I was in the St. Petersburg and met a girl, and she had her yoga studio. So we met and we was talking, and she said that I go to psychiatrist from last 3 years. What's wrong? You are practicing yoga? She said, yes, I feel like there is nothing left in the world. What should I do? And I feel like everything is boring. I said, of course. You was practicing 24/7 a boring life, you will feel the world is boring. It is very, very simple. The kind of practice you will do. See, if you think something by mind, it is temporary. It is very temporary because you cannot have a single thought for even 10 seconds. So mental thoughts are temporary, but physical actions are permanent. Whatever you are doing by a physical body is affecting your consciousness very deeply. It is not even letting you give a chance, because at least if you're thinking by mind, okay, I will drive a Lamborghini. So this thought come and it go. At least you can drive now Wagoner, normally simple car, not need luxury car. But when you do with the physical body some action, if this nadi get activated, you cannot control it. I'm sorry, you cannot. It is out of the power. So physical actions are more dangerous than the mental thoughts. People talk you differently. Your teachers say you differently. They say mental talks are different. They are more dangerous than your physical. No, this is not true. Mentally, you are not stable. So you will not have any adverse effect on your life if you will think something wrong for some period of time. But physically, if this mental problem comes, by your physical action also some mental state becomes. And if these states come by your physical actions, it will be hard to change. The hardest depression in the world to heal is yogic depression, meditative depression, spiritual depression. It is the hardest. You cannot heal it by psychology. You cannot heal it by medicine. You cannot heal it. It's impossible to heal almost. Unless they are being hammered by somebody. Their head has to be hammered, their body has to be hammered. But by this time, when somebody practiced 10-year yoga, he already thinks he is a Buddha. He does not need to learn something from somebody. So then it becomes more difficult. Like there is a beautiful saying in Shastras that if somebody thinks that he knows, that even after that, even God cannot change his mind. Even God cannot teach him. Why? Because he already knows that he knows. We can only learn until we understand that we don't know. Or we know little. There is more to know. If you will go in the life of all the great monks or saints or sages, you will find at the end conclusion of their life was only this, that they found, they came to know that they know nothing. That was their final conclusion of life. They never said like, I know everything. Like, this, I call it like a monk of science, Einstein. He was like a monk of science. He was a real sage of science, He was doing all this life science experiment, but he was like sage. And in his end of the life, he says like, the thing seems to be real are not real, and the thing seems to be not real are real. So if this is a statement, what else will prove that sage consciousness? It is a sage consciousness. I don't see this like there is any conflict between science and spirituality. The conflict of science and spirituality is only because of not proper understanding, not proper figure. Like I give you example. Like your science says that everything is made up of atoms. An atom has three things: electron, proton, and neutron. So everything which you see is atoms. Composition, condensed atoms, combined atoms together. The spirituality says something similar but in a different way. Spirituality says that everything is made of nada. And this nada has three sounds, a, u, and ma. It's almost similar, Atom, electron, proton, neutron, a, u, and ma. Om and atom. So science is saying atom is making everything, and the spirituality is saying the sound is making everything. And that's how, if you go deeper, they go to the Big Bang, and Big Bang was what? Big Bang means what? The sound. So everything which you see in spirituality is of sound. That's why we are not focusing on the material world directly, but feelings of the material world directly. When you see a car, if you see as a car and don't feel it, you will not enjoy it. You need to feel the car, you need to feel joyfulness because of this car, then only you can enjoy it. And that's why spirituality is not against science. It is not against material world. It is just a way to enjoy the material world without attachments. For me, spirituality is only this, that wherever you are, whatever you are doing, you are enjoying it. You are in a state of joy. You are not struggling, you are not fighting. And especially, you are never fighting with yourself. If you are fighting with yourself, how you can enjoy it? Who enjoys standing in Sirsasana all the day? Somebody enjoy all day in Sirsasana. You put your head down, legs up all day. You will enjoy? No. You can enjoy only when you are on your foots. And it is like what people are doing is like, okay, I am standing on my foot. It is not very joyful. So, okay, then master, what he do? He say, okay, stand on your Sirsasana. So, stand on your head. So, you stand on your head for some period of time, minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and then master make you again straight. And you feel, it's so joyful. Of course, it is so joyful because you lost this connection. You cannot be joyful in every moment. That's why they are just twisting you on another side to bring you back in the same side, and you feel like, oh yes, everything is working. Everything is so joyful. So this is very important for us to understand that we are not against anything. We just need to be in favor for ourselves. We are fighting. People are fighting from themselves, Like, oh, I did not do yoga today. My day is super boring, and like I did not do meditation today. I did not eat good food today. Why are you fighting? Why are you fighting with yourself? No need to fight with yourself. Just try to make a friendship with yourself and understand the things, how they become better. I was in Africa, and like in Africa, there are a lot of socialist, like social workers from different countries all around the world. And what was the basic thing I noticed over there? Everybody who is sad from their life, they are doing social work over there. Everybody who is in some kind of trauma, they are doing social work over there. Not even a single happy, joyful face I found in whole Africa who was working in these social organizations. Very sad face. They are having their own problems, and they are thinking that they can heal somebody's problem and heal their problem. Can a beggar make somebody rich? No. Can a beggar make somebody king? Is it possible? No, it's not possible. The most important thing is not we forget about making somebody king. First, make yourself king. If you are king or queen, then you can just make somebody else king or queen. The problem of the modern world is most of the healers are sick. Everybody who is giving some kind of therapies, when you look their face, you see, really? Are you a healer? Like, they themselves need healing. Everybody who is giving massage, they have stiffness in their body already. That's why I always say that women should not give massage. If women give massage, she will become really stiff. Unless she flirts a lot. If she flirts a lot, then it's okay. It will get somehow balanced. Because then flirting energy releases a lot of things from the... Normally, I am a little strange, Baba. I will tell you some things which normally people in Rishikesh, like places, will never say. If a woman stops to flirt, she stops to be woman. She stops to feel like women. Flirting is a birthright of a woman, and she should flirt until she is a woman, until she wants to have the woman life. If she stops flirting, everything will stop. The single joys which she is getting, it will stop. So a woman should flirt. It doesn't mean that you go for it or you not go for it. That is a different thing. But flirting is very mandatory. If I always used to say for the other people, like if you fall in love every 3 years, 1 time at least, then you will stay young all your life. You will never get old. You will never get old by even physical body. Why? Because what happens when you fall in love? You take care of how I'm looking, my hairs, my dresses, my skin. Okay, I start to get old, so I need to little exercise, need to little take care. You start to take care of you more. And when you flirt, this energy increases in you. There are 2 women in the world. Maybe you can disagree to me. I'm not here speaking for you to agree to me. There are 2 women in the world. One is Cleopatra and one is Mother Teresa. With due respect to both of them, I met Mother Teresa and I cannot say that I did not meet Cleopatra, but not in this life. But in this life I met Mother Teresa, and she was not a happy woman. She was not at all a happy woman. I'm sorry to say that. She sacrificed all her life for others, but she was not a happy woman. Maybe she is a saint and I'm not going into this topic. What I felt, she was in great pain when I met her. You could see this pain from her face. And another side, you go Cleopatra. They lived opposite life, totally opposite life. A one who loves herself, a one who loves of being a woman. She could defeat the whole Roman emperor army just by little flirting. Just by little flirting. Hold the power. That time the Roman Empire was the biggest empire in the world. And she could defeat it. Like she could just manipulate them and move them by their fingers. That much of power of a woman has. So women power is not here. Handstand will not make you women. Handstand will make you man, and after that you will never be happy in your life. That is for sure. That is for sure. If you agree to me or you agree to me after 10 years, you have no choice. You agree to me today or you agree to me after 10 years, it's your choice. But you will not agree to me, it's not your choice. I'm sorry, but it is like this. Handstand will not make you women. The being womanness, the femininity will keep you healthy, will keep you women, and this will help you to bloom. My grandmother was, she left her body when she was around 93, and when she left her body, her hairs was up to the knees from the back, and they was almost like my hairs, like gray. They didn't become absolutely white, and like when she was walking, like I was in that time, I was so amazed by her. Like, wow, what she's, and everybody wanted to talk to her because she enjoyed her womanness, like she enjoyed her like femininity. She was going to, and she was like mother. Like everybody in the village used to call her mother. Everybody, even the people, the man from her age used to call her mother. Like she was so much into this all love and all this caring, and this is the bliss. This is the bliss. Women do not need to prove themselves. They are already proved. If they are in the women body, they are already proved. They don't need to prove something else. It is for man's job. He has to struggle hard to prove himself. It's not women's job to prove themselves. What to prove? For whom? I tell you one small thing. Men, hundreds of men cannot do something which a single woman can do without moving a finger. Without moving a finger. The gift which God has given to you, He has not given to men. The Bible, what Bible says, I disagree. I do not believe in Bible. Not because I am not a Christian. Because what they are saying is not correct. Women is not the reason for men to be in hell. Women are the reason for men to be in heaven. If I am wrong, then why a man feels the greatest pleasures only from women? Greatest pleasure of the material world or even the spiritual world, he feels from the women. Because women is the source of pleasure. She has been here put as a source of pleasure. She can bloom the whole world. I said before last year in one of the places, if we can make all women in this world smile only for 3 days, we can change this whole world in these 3 days. Just 3 days. And now what we are doing, we are killing the women. We are putting them into the competition. We are saying that, no, you are not less than a man. Why? Why man has to be compared with? It's not required. It's not required. If we make women as a man, tomorrow the whole society will be in depression. If somebody can heal depression naturally, that is a feminine energy. And somewhere, if feminine energy is high, the depression will never come. If somebody is in depression, either he is in a man body or in a woman body, it means only one thing: the masculine energy is high and feminine energy is low over there. There is a cow, it's called Girna. There is a breed of cow in this country. She has such a beautiful eyes that if you can see her eyes, you can get orgasm. Such a beautiful eyes she has. Like, you look into it, whenever I see this cow, I just cannot take my eyes off because she has such a beautiful eyes. And those people who have depression, I say them, like, if you go and see into the eyes of this cow, 3 to 4 days it takes, it will heal you. That much powerful that cow's eyes are there. And you know, the one of the writer of text, he says that women eye is 100 times more powerful than the eye of Girnar cow. Imagine. That is how, when you feel this feminine energy in you, when you feel this flow, when you bloom your flow, when you help yourself to grow, don't push yourself against anything. Don't push yourself into the men's world. Men is very, very, very clever, okay? He put you on work and he relaxed. What happened? How the women feminine movement started? You can disagree to me. I'm just saying my things. What is my understanding? After the Second World War, the men died in the World War. Lot of men died. Lot and lot men died. So they thought, like, we want to run the industries. We need labor for this industries. And we do not have enough labor because most of the men died in the war. So how to bring more laborers? We cannot have children so fast and have so fast labor. So there is a labor who is sitting at home. She's enjoying her life in home. Somehow need to bring these women out to the street. And they manipulated the mind on the name of women empowerment and brought this women from her personal space to the public space. And from this day till today, they are fighting. They are fighting for the place. They still could not find. Now the place of the house is gone. Now the place of the society is still not there. And they are fighting. Who was in loss? Not the men. Now men became more lazy. I was in Russia, and this is a very strange country. And sometimes I see the women is working from morning to evening and men is sitting at home and drinking beer. Same in this country also sometimes. Like if you go to the slum areas, sometimes men is sitting and playing the cards all day and women is going and working. So don't make yourself a slave of the social norms. Be more conscious, be more attentive, feel what is good for you. What is more feminine for you? What relaxes you? Don't do something just because it's good. Don't do something just because it's good for others. Do something if you really want to do. Otherwise, it is not going to help you. Chains are chains, but the golden chains are the great attachments. If I put some iron chain in your neck, little heavy, after a little time, you will just take and throw it out. But if I put some golden chain, one button also will open up. Oh, I have a good heavy iron golden chain. So, social works, social norms are very dangerous if they are not coming from joy, if they are not coming from satisfaction, if they are coming for changing the world. If we want to change the world, I'm sorry that we are already on the wrong path. Changing of the world will never happen. If you take the first family of the world, Adam, Eva, and her 3 children, what happened in this family? The elder kills the younger brother to get married to the, not married, to have sex with the sister. That was the history of all of us. Not by mine, in your context. Those who believes in Bible and Quran. This is the beginning of the universe. So war has started when there was only one family. Today we have so many families. So there will be no time in this world when there will be peace. There will be no time. Just take this concept out from your brain. There will be no time in this world when everything will be peaceful. But there will be time when everywhere some kind of war will be going on. So we are not here to change the world. We are here to change our understanding, our life, and enjoy it. The beauty is when you can enjoy everything. Okay, so thank you very much for being with me. Namaste to you all. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kasyat Dukha Bhag Bhave. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Next satsang is on Sunday, and you can send me the questions on yoga philosophy. We are taking those questions on Sunday. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.